Hi guys, I'm ExactChaos and welcome back to a brand new series. It's a let's try of a beta game, Startup Freak, and it's not released yet. It's done by Pool Games, and they were kind enough to give me a early release or a early access code to have a look at the game. It says at the moment that it'll be released on Steam in February of this year, of course, and probably going to retail around $10. The startup, I have not before this game. I haven't really heard about them before, but they are based out of Australia. But I have had a bit of a look at this game, and I'm going to show you basically how this game works. It is quite a bit of fun and right in line with the kind of stuff that I like to play. So let's start a new one straight away. You kind of do a startup, actually, like Startup Freak. At the moment, it seems the only industry you have is music streaming, which is pretty good. The company name, I'm going to go with Chaos Tunes. All right. Chaos Tunes or Tune. No, let's do the other way around. Let's do Tune Chaos. Tune Chaos. Okay, I am going to be the CEO, Mr. Chaos, and don't necessarily know how this affects the game just yet. I'm happy with my appearance. I look fun with a big round nose like a dog's, I think. But it's interesting. It's no problems. Okay, should I tweak this a little bit? I think I'm just going to go overall. Just give a good overall trait. Okay, so Tunes Chaos. It's this music streaming service. I'm the CEO, Mr. Chaos, and let's start things up. So I have played with it a little bit before, just to make sure that I kind of know what's going on. But yeah, I think it's very well developed and quite easy to understand in general. Okay, so 2 days ago, you were let go from your job. It's not you, it's just us, they said. Our visions are misaligned, they said. Bogus, amidst your anger, you have a moment of clarity. You decide to finally pursue that cool little idea you have had for so long, Tune Chaos. If you are ever going to do it, now is the time. Here is your story. Begin. First things first, let's head over to the backlog figure and figure out what you should work on. Okay, so open the backlog. The backlog is where you pick the tasks and features to work on in the next sprint, 1 week of work. Okay, let's begin with designing a new feature. Click the feature button on the left. Okay, so this thing here is effectively your product that you're developing. So it's a bit of a software development platform. But there's also some other things that you do in the sprint. But this thing here in the middle is basically a schematic view of the product that you're developing. So let's add a feature to it. So left click to add a technical component and right click to add a design component. So let's add one technical component and one design component. 2 components are enough this early in your venture. Let's add this feature to the next sprint. So say add it to sprint. Besides features, there are other tasks you can focus on. In the backlog on the left, double click the infrastructure task to add it to the next sprint. Okay. Click and hold the task to see what it is for and what it will unlock when it's leveled up. Okay, so that's the infrastructure one, I think. Yeah, infrastructure. Support more users by improving your server and other infrastructure technology. So we'll unlock data centers, unlock the Ninja virtual server and the like. So let's make sure to always be working on infrastructure. We are ready to start the sprint. Click the big play button at the top of the screen to get going. So there's other things in here. I'm not sure we can actually do any of that until we launch a product. So if we go out, there's me sitting, working hard away. I've got a cash value of 50,000. I'm currently working on a minimum viable product, an MVP. Our expenditure is quite high, 1,873. We've got no users, no revenue, and there's our company logo over there. We need 3 features and level 1 infrastructure to show a minimum viable product. Okay, so that's basically it, right? So now we run our sprint. So I'm working on the technical features. Okay, sprint 1 is completed. Task and features may take more than one sprint to finish. You can see their progress in the little bars at the top of the screen. Continue to run sprints until the current tasks are completed. So as you can see, we're starting to lose money, burn through money. So effectively we spent a quarter of that much, right? And these tasks are slowly developing. So we're about 45% through our first component. Yeah, my salary is pretty low, and then other things. So there's email over here. I've got no email. Oh yeah, your severance. Okay, so just that message that I had started up with. Okay, so let's so over here I can go back to the backlog and see how it's progressing. You can see some progress being made over there. So let's run another sprint. Sprint 2 completed, we still haven't finished anything. And sprint 3 completed, and we still haven't finished anything. And now we've actually, awesome, you just built your very first feature. Now look at what else we need to do to complete the minimum viable product by clicking on the arrow. Okay, so I've already done that. We'll double check this again. So we need 2 more features, and we need to finish infrastructure, which we will do pretty quickly. So let's have a quick look over here. Okay, so there you can see that's our first feature over there. If we look at details, it's got a rating of 2. It's just about right apparently in terms of design tech ratio. It's got 0 bugs. Its performance doesn't say anything just yet, and there's no upgrades to it. But what we'll do, we will most certainly see about adding some more features because we need more. So let's do something like that. We'll add that one to the sprint, and we'll add this one to the sprint. So we'll add a few features like that. I think that's so it's an interesting way of actually developing the product, and you'll see as we grow this thing we add other things to it and so on. So it's a little bit of a interesting way of representing it, but I don't mind it. I think it's quite good. Okay, so we're getting those underway. We can't do any of this other stuff yet, and we'll run through that as soon as it kind of unlocks. Okay, let's keep running. Want to add more features, want to get infrastructure 1 done, so we'll just run through this very quickly. Okay, fantastic. You've just leveled up your very first backlog item. Now look at what else we need to do to complete the minimum viable product by clicking the arrow key, of course. So here we can see we're starting to get some candidates, so we could actually hire someone to come and work for us so we can get these things done a little bit quicker. I don't think I'm going to hire someone just yet. Let's have a quick look. Your team is most valuable asset. Hire capable people with good attitudes, and you are well on your way to success. Many different factors can cause your employees to become dissatisfied. There are 3 ways you can deal with an unhappy employee: increase their salary, add more goodies to the office, or make them or others that may be affecting them redundant. Okay, so she's Cornelia Collard is good at operations. Williams Wakeland is good at operations, and Charlene Cantrell is development. Good at, well, not good at development, but does development. This guy's got a good attitude, but it's very sensitive. Well, actually, this guy's pretty good, but I don't know if I need someone for operations just yet. You can get shareholders. I'm the 100% owner, and I'm also the only employee. But let's keep working on our items over here. Excellent. So congratulations, you've reached minimum viable product. Let's start preparing for the launch. Okay, so let's have a quick look at the backlog. We've got 3 kind of components in there. We're still working on this. Here you can see, so we can do, this is branding, right? Branding, improve your logo and how people perceive your company. No need, I'm not going to do that at the moment. Then there's marketing, outbound marketing, inbound marketing, oops, take that out. Social media and traditional media. There are also events, and I think this is market research or something, and then some other things that we can't do yet. So what I want to do is start working on upgrading or researching some form of marketing. Okay, so in there, what you can also see down here is now we've got some more things to choose from. So what I'm going to do, in terms of inbound marketing, unlock blogging, increase inbound marketing budget to 1,000. Okay. Social media, MyFace, Barker, and Pictasia. Unlock MyFace ads. And then traditional media, unlock newspaper ads. And this one, I think, unlock cold calling and stuff like that. So I'm going to go for this, and I'm going to go for the blogging option. So let's start by unlocking this one. Should we add more features? Not sure we should just yet do that. Okay, let's get out of there. So let's see what else we need to do over here. Level 1 in any marketing. So we're starting that. Marketing spending of 1,000. So we're going to do that. We need one server, and we need to set up pricing. So here you can see that's the icon for infrastructure. So we can see that we have 0 servers. So we probably need to buy one of these little servers. So what do they cost? Like 250 in rent per month. Can do a maximum load of 4,000. Anyway, we'll see how that works. Okay, so let's buy that one, or rent that one, pop it in there. So we've got our server up and running. Okay, that's the very basics. Now, product pricing. Our competitors are charging an average of $20 per month. Okay, so that's a hint for us. So this is a basic pricing. So let's see about squeezing in under our competitors by doing $10. Shall we? Shall we try that? Try with the $10 on a basic package. Okay, apply. So there, that's gone on, and now all we need to do is get marketing done. So that's up and running. So we are working on that. What I want to have a look at is if we stop working on infrastructure, whether that does it, if that goes quicker. We're not actually busy building or working on the product. Level 2 infrastructure is done. So that means we can get the next level of server. So this one takes 8,000. It's about double the size, and it's a little bit cheaper to run at double the size. Okay, I'm still waiting to get marketing done. Yes, level 1 marketing, great. You have gained some experience in marketing. We should start spending some money on marketing activities. Okay, let's go open up marketing. Okay, here you can see a lot of stuff, right? This is the marketing tab. This is the furniture tab. So we can say what kind of furniture we have in our building. This is the offices, so we can upgrade to better offices. This is branding, so you can see we can eventually change our logo. But first things first, marketing. Let us unlock blog posts, and we'll spend 1,000 a month on blog posts. We are ready to launch our project. Let's ship it. Launch, there we go. So the product is launched. Now we can see we'll start getting visitors to our site. We'll get some sign-ups. We'll get churn. That's effectively subscriptions that get cancelled by the users. Our total number of users, the revenue we generate, and of course our expenditure. As you can see, we've added 2 more things over here. One is the finances tab kind of thing. So what is our expenses made up of? Office upkeep, office rent, infrastructure, marketing, and salaries. And then what is our income? The basic plan at $10. We're not making anything yet. Our sales channel. So this is where we're marketing. So I haven't started marketing yet. How many people we're reaching, how many sign-ups, and how many churn, and so on. And the other thing we've got is investors. Getting the right investors on board can be the difference between fizzling out or having enough runway to become profitable. Investors appear here when you level up the seek investor task in your backlog. You can select up to 2 investors to pitch your startup to. Pitching to investors can be tricky business, so if it's your first time, remember to do a practice run. This aspect is quite cool, and I'll show you this as we get to it. At the moment, no investors just yet. I'm going to have a look over here. Level 3 market research is what we need to do. Features, we need 20 features to get to milestone A, and we need a monthly revenue of 10,000. Okay, at the moment we are in our backlog. What are we doing? Market research is a crucial part of any startup to understand what features to build your customers. Level up market research in your backlog. Okay, so we're doing this. So let's grab market research, and now you kind of select an area in which you want to do your market research. So now you're kind of developing your product into a different direction. So again, a schematic view of the product. So let's choose this quadrant over here. You can pop it anywhere though. You can even pop it in here, but let's choose it there. So that will kind of open up this field so that we build the product into that direction. It's a very, very cool way of doing it. What we've also added now is now there are some other stuff here. We don't have just features. We now also have performance. Performance features speed up neighboring feature components. Right click to change their direction. Okay, test. So let's discard, get out of that. Test. Tests reduce the number of bugs. The number of bugs in the surrounding feature components. Right click to change their orientation. Okay, and then security. Security features protect surrounding feature components from security attacks. Okay, so we are going to be sure to add all of these kind of little things while we go ahead. So let's grab and let's start by adding a security feature over there. A security feature within our product. Okay, so we'll add that to the sprint. I also want to add a test feature. So let's do that. And you right click to kind of orientate this. So that means these things are all kind of tested. So it seems like the best way for us to do is that. So we'll test all of those components. That means all components will be tested, I believe. I believe that's how it works. So we'll add that one. That's a tested one, and then a performance one. Shall we add one? I think so. Let's add one performance one too. Now we'll add some performance to that one right there. Excellent. So that product is looking nice. The shape of it at least. I'm thinking I want to start working on social media also. Instead, we'll keep leveling this one up because we need a level 3. I'm not going to worry about anything. So what else has appeared over here? So we've got job advertising. So increase the candidate pool by 1. Company PR to attract better candidates. Okay, and then seek investors. I definitely need one of those. So I'm going to start doing that. And then office and supplies. So unlock 10 new office supplies. Okay, that's fine. What do we need to do? Do we need an investor? No, but I'm going to start working on an investor straight away. So that's filling up this sprint. So we're doing everything we can possibly do by ourselves. And now I'm probably going to need to start looking at a new team member. I would, however, like to get an investor first before I do that. Excellent. So that's a lot of stuff happening underway now. Well done. Your very first user just signed up and many more are sure to follow. Hackercom closes its doors, which means there's more candidates and the starting salaries are lower. We've got 29 sign-ups at $10 a sign-up, a subscription. We've got 290 coming in. So starting to see some money, but we're of course still losing money. We've got 2 emails. Hackercom closes its doors, which is that one that we've just seen. So that means now would be a good time to hire people if we want to. And then we've got some spam in here, which is very similar to if you've played Airport CEO. Airport CEO, you get some spam as well, which is quite realistic because you do get spam anywhere you work. As long as you have email, you get spam. So let's do another sprint. We see our blogs are getting everywhere. People are signing up. We've got 30 users now. We're getting about 900 visitors to the site. The churn is okay. We're kind of losing 13 people, but signing up 43. What's happening over here? What are they saying? So it seems like this server is overloaded. Ooh, that's not what I wanted to do. So let's let's get the next one in there. And what I'm keen on is to try and understand how that works, because it doesn't quite feel like it can be overloaded just yet. That thing said like 1,000 users or something like that, and I only have 30, so I'm not quite sure how that piece of the action works. What else is going on over here? Everything is under development. So what I should have a look at is if there are any good candidates out there. Candidates, Dan Dearman and sales and marketing. Sensitivity is not a big problem. That's a fairly low salary, monthly salary. The attitude is not great. Let's see what else we have. This guy is a high salary and very little skills. Jeffrey Jessup, sales and marketing. Ooh, this is a good one. I'm liking Jeffrey. Not very sensitive. Or what does this actually mean? Or should it be better? Do I want it to be better? Ooh, that's too expensive though. Sales and marketing. I think I'm going to grab Jeffrey. So Jeffrey, I'm going to hire you. You're going to join the team. Excellent. So now Jeffrey is working here with me. It's good at sales and marketing. What I'm going to do actually is, first things first, I'm going to set Jeffrey to do a bit of training, 2 sprints of training. I think that's probably a good idea. Okay, now the sprint completed. Okay, we're slowly seeing more people. Oof, that is now, our expenditure went up quite a lot. So what does this do? It just says it's kind of overfilled or something. Let's just grab another one. So it's saying maximum load of 8,000. I've got 50 users. So why can that have, I don't understand the load. Or is the load, even with that number of visitors, I have no idea how these things correlate. So that's one thing. But let's add another server. It goes very quickly. Ooh, to add more servers, you need to research single data center load balancing. So as it stands, I cannot actually do anything with it. So let's have a look at topology. Requires level 3 to be able to get to that. Okay, so nothing I can do about that. It just has to work that way for now. Have to have that as an issue. Okay, now sales and marketing has been increased. I see. Sales and marketing has been increased. I'm gonna do, I think, 1 more 2 sprints of training session just so that we get this up to level 4, and then I'll probably start upping my own training at some point. But we need some developers probably too. Okay, there we go. And let's run 1 more. Excellent. Level 2, seek investors and 3 features. Okay, now investors then now are available. So here's 2 investors that are available. Marinda Monsivais, I'm not sure, that is probably butchering the name. She has a tape placed over her phone camera. Whenever updating an app on her phone, she reads all the release notes. Main interest is development. Okay, bonus +1 development for all current and future employees. Okay, and then Sylvie Sheely, she has a tape placed over her phone camera. She's wearing a Gucci suit and matching shoes. Main interest is development. She's obviously a little bit more, but anyway, they're kind of +1 to development. So I would like to pitch to these 2 to be able to get some funding, to get one of them as an investor or both of them as investors. Okay, but let me show you how the pitching works. I think the concept is quite interesting. So let's do a practice run. Okay, so here is a practice person. So getting an investor to invest in your venture is all about getting them excited. Start by examining the investors' profiles and showing them slides on topics they might be interested in. Remember, showing the same type of slide over and over will eventually bore your audience. She is very well dressed and well presented. She owns a high-end drawing tablet. So now we need to understand what kinds of slides we want to show her. Okay, so we have options: is features, infrastructure, security, user interface, I believe, branding, information architecture, business model, sales and marketing, market research, recruitment, finances, and legal. So she is well dressed and well presented. So shall I say we show her branding? Oh wow, she likes branding. Okay, she also owns a high-end drawing tablet. So what would that mean? User interface maybe? Yes, she likes the user interface. So now we're seeing, so if we build that up to there. Now let's tell her something about legal and see what she does then. When in doubt, you can always ask the investor what? When in doubt, you can always ask the investor a clarifying question to eliminate some topics they may not be interested in at the cost of a slide. Press the question mark on the computer keyboard. Oh, that's an interesting one. Let's quickly do that and see what that does. Ah, so they're not interested in these two. Oh, that's great. So at the cost of that, so we've missed the spot. Now let's say we ask her, show her a slide about legal and see how that goes. Ooh, not sure. So it's raised it a little bit, but obviously not a fan of the legal stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to branding. Again, she's going to be awesome about it. Then I'm going to go user interface. Why not? Okay, she's fizzling out about that a little bit. But as it stands, it seems like I've already impressed her enough. Now I'm going to try a little bit about marketing. Not interested at all. Do a little bit about business model, not interested. Throw in a branding again. I've got my last shot on now, so shall I do user interface one more time? Let's do it. Yeah, that's given it a bit of a boost. So we're well in there. So now there's an offer being made for 16%. She's offering us 110,000. This is just a practice run, so I can't actually get the investment. Well done. You have gauged the interest. Gauged spelled incorrectly. You've gauged the interest of the investor, and they have put in an offer. Here is your chance to try and get a better deal by reducing the equity or increasing the investment amount. But remember, if you push the investor too far, they may retract their offer. So now we can counter and say, actually, I'll only give you 13% for that. And let's say counter offer and see what that does. And say, oh, well, they'll actually meet us in the middle. And that's the thing. Okay, so that was our practice run over here. So let's get into actually pitching to these investors. Okay, so they're both over here. They both have tape placed over their phone cameras. So obviously they are concerned about security. Whenever updating an app on her phone, she reads all the release notes. So legal. She's wearing a Gucci suit and matching shoes. So I would say branding or maybe user interface, or yeah, I'm thinking security is going to be a good start for both of these. So let's do a security one. Excellent, awesome. We're getting a good start over there. Now, what we're going to need to do is do a legal. Ooh, so reading the release notes on the app is probably more of a features piece than anything else. So let's do a bit of branding. Oh wow. Let's do a bit of a features. That's an awesome one. So we've got both of them there. Let's go back to security. We get both of them in there. It's difficult to pitch to two people at the same time. It's the first time I've done it. So we'll pop in a little bit more about features. We'll do a little bit more about branding. Excellent. So we've got both there now. We'll throw in some more about security. Yes, we've got them in there. We'll do one more on features, and now we're starting to see a bit of repetition there. We'll throw one more of branding, and we've got both of them in there, and they're both making offers. I am liking the 120,000 over here, but not for 20%. That is way too high. And for 15%, I would. Ooh. So if we go to 110, let's do 105, and that's starting to become a problem. 15%. So we can ask them for more money. Okay, at 15%, let's go for the, so Really? 110 at 15%. $110 at 15%. So that's giving a lot of stuff away. So let's do counter offer over here and counter offer over there and see how that goes. This is my final offer. Wow, 115, 18%, and 96, 14%. In the longer run, more money. I need more money sooner. Shall I go for this one? Shall I go for both? Ooh, it's a tough one. Maybe let's start off with this one. 18% is quite steep, but 110,000 though is not 115,000. It's not too bad. Okay, let's accept this offer over here, and let's leave. Okay, so now we've added the money. As you can see, we've added the money to the milestones over here, and we're still working on the milestones, and we've got our development team, and they should be upgraded. Yeah, see development +1. Oh, not doing actually doing development over here. Okay, guys, I think I'm gonna put a cut in this episode. I'll do 1 or 2 more of these. Let me know in the comments what you think of this game. I quite enjoy it as a beta. It seems very well kind of rounded off. I'm not sure how much is still needing to be developed and how much it'll still change to release. But yes, obviously it has not been released yet. But I quite like it, and it's really the kind of games that I like to play. Okay, so yeah, leave some comments, hit that like button, and yeah, give the and kind of follow this on Steam if you're interested. Right? Okay, bye bye.